what he has done to the company also you will get to know. What is his contribution towards the company you will get to know. What the company has done it to him is also there. Now what happens is HRIS give you a proper transparency about a person. Now it is very difficult actually for any organization to keep a bookkeeping of each and every person, a process where a human resource management will always be intact with end-to-end process. Hello everybody, a warm welcome to one and all. I'm Vidhyaashram from the Department of Commerce and Management in Vidhyaashram First Grade College, the Temple of Excellence. Welcome to all the students here for the HRM 1, where we are going with the second chapter, Human Resource Planning, and this is the 5th session. Now here in the 5th session, we go with the next topic that is all about HRIS, that is Human Resource Information System. Just the way MIS was, that is Management Information System, that means each and everything, whatever the management had, the database, it will be stored in the information system. The same way you have something called Human Resource Information System. Now what exactly HRIS stands for? It is Human Resource Information System. Now the HRIS is a system that is used to collect and store the data on an organization's employees. That means whoever the employee is, you are supposed to have a proper database of those employees, starting from their name, age, and what exactly the designation is, what are the job enrichment, job enlargement. Now all these things you are supposed to specify in the HRIS. Now why it is useful? The thing is here, earlier what used to happen is people used to write down their names and then they were telling that what exactly the designation is, what exactly their salary is. Now what happens is we don't go with the written format because it is not very freely accessible. So what we do is we make a proper information system where it is all computerized, that whenever we want, if we just click the or search their name, we'll get the entire list about each and every detail, that is a minute to minute detail, from the performance appraisal to all the things. Say example, I've given here what exactly HRS is all about, right? Now you will get something called the database of that particular employee. You get the time and the labor, what exactly they do, the payrolls which the company has actually offered them, the benefits what the employee have taken from the company. That means you will get each and every minute details, employee interference, and then you go with the talent acquisition. Now that means what he has done to the company also you will get to know. What is his contribution towards the company you will get to know. What the company has done it to him is also there. That means each and everything about a particular person is recorded. Say supposingly this person, from one company he moves to the other company. Now the other company also need to have a reference check, isn't it? Now when the other company will give a call to the previous company, now the previous company, they don't need to see in the ledger or the books what exactly the name of the person is, what is that he has done, because in an organization you have too many employees. So they'll go with HRIS and they'll just give the name of a person. Everything is taken into consideration, and then what happens is those the third party or whoever they need the referral check or the background check, they'll get it very easily. So it's a benefit, but I'll tell you what is the boon as well as what is the bane of HRIS in the coming sessions. Now in most cases an HRIS encompasses the basic functionalities. Now what is it needed for end-to-end human resource management? That is, it is a process where a human resource management will always be intact with end-to-end process. That is how a person should be and how the person is working. That is, the quality is there or the quantity is there, or what exactly the person is doing, the performance appraisal, compensation, or any kind of a thing. The entire list is given to the human resource management. It has a system for recruitment, that is when he got recruited, the performance management, learning and development, and more things is given in HRIS. So what happens in HRIS is, it's just like your management information system. You are only going with the information system of your employees. That is what it is called, human resource information system, HRIS. If we go more about human resource information system, you will feel that it is just a software package. What is it? It's a software package. Usually the software package is made in-house, or you outsource people to actually make it. Now in-house in the sense, you have a company where infrastructure is being given to the human resource development training purpose. HRIS is a very good package where you people can have in-house, and you can actually estimate the merits and the demerits of an employee. Or if you don't have the infrastructure to go with it, you can actually outsource people. There will be third party who will come and who will be doing this HRIS for your company. Now, HRIS is also known as the HRIS software. As I told you, that's the reason. It is all about what? It's a software package. HRIS can either run on the company's own technical infrastructure, or what's more common nowadays, be cloud based. Now you need to understand what a cloud base is. Now we can go and hire another person who can do a third party job like outsourcing, and he will store each and every data in the cloud where we can access anytime. This means that the software is running outside of the company's premises, making it much easier to update. Now, if you go with your own technical infrastructure, if the company is very good and they are actually investing more on their technical infrastructure, then it is good. Or else what happens is, they can actually go with the cloud where it will be actually outside the premises, and you are supposed to have the information about each and every employee, and you can easily update each and everything the same way what HRS or MIS is always running with. The benefits of HRIS. What are the benefits? Why should we have a software package? The reason here is, you need to always keep in record of all your human resources, that is from the top level to the lower level. Now when we go with it, what happens is, say in a company of 1 lakh employees. Now it is very difficult actually for any organization to keep a bookkeeping of each and every person, whether he's there or he's not there, whether he got retired or not, when will he get retired, all those things. It's a very big hectic kind of a job. Now what is that we are doing is, we are actually bringing scientific management in human resources. That is, through scientific management we can actually reduce people who can actually go with bookkeeping. Supposingly, say there are 50 people. Now I need to manage 50 people, so I should have a person to actually come, and he should actually monitor all those 50. So that means what? One person is extra where I'm employing him only for to monitor those 50. Say supposingly there are 130 lakh employees. Now how many more employees I need? That's the reason we have something called human resource information system, where I'll only go with outsourcing the software, or I'll have in-house only. I'll have a technical infrastructure which I'll be developing. Now what happens is, one system is all enough for monitoring the entire 1,30,000 people odd. The reason here why we are going with this, we are actually reducing the manpower and we are investing on more of scientific management. So what are the benefit out of this? The thing is record keeping. That is, each and every person, whoever is your employee, you will get a proper information about them. That is, from their date of birth to what exactly the role is. Each and every minute detail will also be recorded in record keeping. Next is compliance. Now compliance is about the employees you will get to know each and every time. Efficiency. The efficiency of the worker will also grow, because the worker also knows that there is something called a system, which is a software package of HRIS. That means their efficiency, potentiality, their caliber will always be calculated. So what happens is, they'll increase their productivity and creativity, because each and everything should be stored in HRIS. So that will be a plus point for the organization, that the employees will be monitored. And next is HR strategy. It is one of the HR strategy where HR will also go with an understanding that what is their contribution to the organization. When HR is asking the employees about their organization and keeping a record of people what they are really doing it, then what happens is efficiency and productivity will definitely increase. That is a strategy what the HR manager always go with. And lastly, self-service HR. Now, many of the company, they don't go with self-service HR, but all the top MNC company, whoever are investing more in human resource management, they go with a self-service HR. Now here self-service HR is not for a small company, it is for the big company who goes with more HR policies. Now these are the importance of HRIS, and I'll tell you HRIS depends on how you use. It's not about how HRIS is, it is all about how a company uses HRIS. Many of the company where I have seen, they don't even use HRIS the way HRIS is to be used. They only keep in a record that what are the information an employee have, only those databases actually calculated, but you can optimally use HRIS in a different way, which I'll be explaining you in the next sessions. First one, record keeping. That is what exactly happens is from his name till his insurance policy, each and everything is recorded in the record keeping. And HRIS is a record keeping system that keeps track of changes to anything related to employees. Now from his birth of date, from what exactly the blood group is, what is his role, what is his designation, when did he came to the organization, what exactly he was earning that time, now what is his salary, his efficiency, everything is recorded in record keeping. The HRIS can be seen as the one source of truth when it comes to personal data. That means whatever is given in HRIS, it should be the fact, and that is what you always go with. That is, it is a one source. If you want any explanation or any kind of identification of an employee, you can just go to HRIS. You just need to type his name and give a little description about him, because there will be 3 or 4 people with the same name. If you go with a proper kind of a thing, you will get to know each and everything about a person. And when I say personal data, it is all about what? The staff data. That is the employees data, staff data. And here, what is the advantage? I'll tell you. The advantage for a company is to know that they are keeping record of each and every employees. When you have this kind of record, what happens is the employees will have a monitor check, that is whether they are working properly or not. Then they'll have a issue with it, that is HRIS should be updated by people who are very unbiased. If there are people who are biased and then they update HRIS, now you're not using HRIS properly. That is what it is. Next one, when we go with it, we have something called efficiency will also increase, as well as compliance. Now, when we understand what is the meaning of compliance, please understand some data is collected and stored for compliance reason. Like this includes material for the identification for employees in case of whether there is a theft or there is a fraud, there is a mistake, there is any kind of emergency. All these are listed. Theft, fraud, other misbehavior, first contact information in case of accident, citizens identification. Now probably in India, you have taken a person from US or taken a person from Germany. Now what has happened is his identification should be there. Which capital, which citizen he is, from which country he has come, has he done any kind of, he already have any account in any of the other companies, or is he a person who has done a fraudulent act in his previous company. Each and everything will be given here. Then information for the tax office and expiration date for the mandatory certificate. All this information can be stored in the HRIS. Say supposingly you are running an organization and there are 2 or 3 people who have come for the recruitment, and you start interviewing them and you feel that these are the real people whom you really want to hire, but there is something called a background check. Now through HRIS system you can make sure that Are the people who have come here are genuine? Have they not have any of the other backgrounds where it is like a misbehavior in the other company or a fraudulent act they have committed in other country? So now what happens is HRIS give you a proper transparency about a person. So that is where HRIS is always a very good tool for efficiency as well. Now when we go with efficiency, having all this information in one place not only benefits accuracy but also saves time. Now how it saves time is, now earlier what used to happen is, if any employee used to come and join any other organization or institution or a company or a business firm, now those organization business firms used to have a background check. Now to check a person properly, it would have taken at least 2 to 3 months. Now because of HRIS, what happens is we get the exact amount of information that what we really require, and that too within minutes we can actually get this easily accessible, that is HRIS. But unfortunately in India, many of the companies, they don't practice HRIS. So a humble request to all these students who are going with it, if you want to save your time and if you want to go with it, you are supposed to tell your company or people that they are supposed to have HRIS. Though it is initially it is costly, but if for a long term, if you are thinking about it, HRIS is always a benefit for any of the company or the organization. Now it is a HR strategy, human resource strategy. Why it is called a strategy? Because now you need to understand, we can track the quality and the quantity of the employee and the labor. When we understand the quality, see, quality can only be represented graphically. You can't measure quality. You can measure quantity but not quality. So here HRIS, they'll actually make you understand that what is the quality of an employee also. So when the employees get to know that HRIS system is maintained in an organization, now what happens is they'll always be in their best performance. That is developing themselves to the most optimum use, and how they actually go with it. Developing each person to his or her greatest efficiency is what they'll always look at. So we can call that as HR strategy of getting more work done. And here the HR strategy, why? Because you will also get to know that are you paying them a very good fair remuneration because of their contribution or because of some pressure. Now you will understand that human resource planning or human resource development is very useful seeing HRIS, because HRIS will give information about each and every employee, and then what happens is you will get a clear-cut picture about one person, and that is what a strategy which the human resource always go with. So the HRIS enables the tracking of data required to advance the HR and business strategy, depending on the priorities. What is it? Depending on the priorities. When we understand the priorities, please do understand here, depending on the priorities of the organization, different data will be essential to track. Now here HRIS, we have all the data to track each and every employee to a kind of a place where you will get to know about what exactly the employee is. And lastly, this is where HRIS comes in. That is, HRIS is very, very useful when we set up a proper human resource planning. And last, we have self-service HR. Now, self-service HR is not there in all the MNC companies. Some of the MNC company where you have people who can actually go with their morale is good, their ethical values are good. You have self-service HR. A final benefit is the ability to offer self-service HR to employees and managers. This enables employees to manage their own affairs, so they'll not have any problem, any issues so far. When done right, the HRIS can offer a good employee experience. When you are working properly, you are doing all good, HRIS will always be in a positive note. Keep it in mind that not all HRIS systems offer this in a user-friendly manner. The reason here is many of them, they don't know how to use HRIS optimally, because it's a very new product, very new software package which has come to the market. And many of the human resource managers, they don't want HRIS to be there. The reason is, the more HRIS is present, there is a less work for a human resource manager, because everything is done by whom? By HRS, because it goes with a self-service human resources. So any doubt regarding this, please do call us. We are always there to help you. Thank you so much. I'll see you when I see you.